Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Smriti, your coach from Smriti's Knowledge is present here. So today we are going to learn our environment, that is the chapter of geography, and this is the part 1 of this chapter. So without any delay, let's start. So here the learning outcomes of this chapter are introduction. First we will get the introduction of this chapter, then we will learn the natural environment. So, what are the natural environment around us and the domains of natural environment and the ecosystem in this part? So, without any delay, let's start. So, the first topic, that is your introduction. Hi, hello to this chapter. So, first we will do some hi, hello to this chapter, and let's start. That environment is a basic life support system that provides air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and land to live. Now, what is environment by your words? Environment is the surroundings all around me. Now I have water that I can drink, I have air that I can breathe, I have food that I can eat, and the land on which I can live. So environment is a basic life support system. Means environment support our life, and it plays a very important role in our survival also. Now the term environment is derived from the French word environner, or this is the spelling. You can write double N or only N. Now environment has come from a French word. And what is that French word? Environner. What is the meaning of environner? Neighborhood. Now you will tell, ma'am, how environment becomes our neighborhood. What is neighborhood? First tell me. Neighborhood means that comprises of all our surroundings and nearby places. So environment comprises of all our surroundings. The things and everything that we surrounded of makes our environment. Now the place, people, things and nature that surround any living organism is called environment. Now let's take a look at what is environment. So the place, people, things and nature that surround any living organism. For example, you are a living organism, and the place, like you are sitting in your house now, the place, the people, the people around you, the things like the bottle, mobile around you, and the nature around you, like the trees, animals and everything that surrounded any living organism is known as environment. Clear? Now environment is a combination of natural and man-made phenomena. So now environment. In environment we have nature like trees, living organisms, animals, and microorganisms. Those are natural phenomena like storms, rain, heat, wind, and also man-made phenomena like cutting of trees. Now let's take some positive examples, like building a house, like working in an industry. For example, that. For example, now air, water, land, place, and things, etc., are the combination of our environment. Clear? Now, what are the components of environment? The components of environment are natural, human made, and human. So first we will learn about natural environment. Natural environment comprises of our trees, animals, micro, all the things that are provided by our nature, made by God. Now, and the next is human made. Now human made uh, mhm. Human means the things those are made by human, like building, plastics, books, bed, mobile. These are human made. And human means like we with our environment, with our family, with our boss, uh, with our friends, etc. Now first we will learn about the natural environment. So the first components of natural environment are water, air, land, and living things. So now in the 6th class SST, you have learned that there are four major domains of the earth. They are the hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. What is hydrosphere? The part of the earth that is made up of water. Atmosphere, they are around us, or the thin layer of blanket uh, of air around the earth is known as atmosphere. And lithosphere, the part made of land. Now, biosphere, the narrow zone of the meeting place of these three, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lithosphere, is known as biosphere. So we have learned about this. We have also described all this, and we have learned about this. Now these are the all the components of natural environment. Now how is the water? Water is also a natural environment because water is means the process in our earth that goes continuously like a cycle. For example, the water cycle mainly in the uh, ton of water. So these now water now evaporation from water bodies, then it condenses, and then again back to the earth by rain, snow, hail, etc. That cycle is natural. So water is also a natural component that also very immense most helpful and most needed thing by the living organisms. The next is air. Now air that we need, we cannot live without air. Air is comprises of many things like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, water vapor, dust, smoke, etc, etc, hydrogen, helium, etc. Now, air, oxygen we need, carbon dioxide plants need, nitrogen also plants need, and nitrogen also our humans need. Now, in this, now this is air is also natural, so that also becomes the component of natural environment. The next is land. What is land? Land is like land is where we live, that we stand on. That is land. Now we have learned in 6th class that our earth is have more water than land, and that land comprises of all the continents, islands, all of that. And the continents and land we live on, so land is also important and is a component of natural environment. The next thing is living things. Living things, we the animals, the microorganisms, that comprises of the biosphere. Now, biosphere is the narrow zone in which life is possible because of the three main components of natural environment that we have discussed earlier: hydrosphere, atmosphere, lithosphere. Clear? Now, what are the components of human-made environment? Human-made environment means the components that are or the things that are made by human. For example, buildings, parks, bridges, industry, and monuments. Plastics and books, everything around us, those are made by human, are components of human made environment. The next is components of human environment. The human environment comprises of our like individual. I am an individual, family, with my family, with our community, with our neighbors, with our family. That is known as community. Our religion. Now I am a Hindu. You now let's say he's a Muslim. He's a Christian. He's a Sikh. That is known as religion. Now educational, let's say now I am studying in class 6th. So and now our friends, our teachers, these are our components of our human environment that gives us a educational mind. Another is economy. Economy means money. We need money to now make our all the needs successful. Like childrens like chocolates, they demand for chocolate, but how do you buy chocolate? By economy, by money, right? The next is political situation, like our BJP and Congress. These are political situation. The situation means the people who rule the country or a particular part of a place, right? Now the next, natural environment. What is natural environment? The natural environment of land, water, air, plant, and animal. Natural environment means the environment of nature. Like the land is also the component of natural environment. Water is also a component of natural environment. Air, plant, animal, these all are the components of natural environment. Now there are two factors of a natural environment. What are they? They are biotic and abiotic. Let's learn about this. Biotic natural environment means the natural environment made up of living organisms, plants, animal, humans, microorganisms, and etc. etc. Now, abiotic environment means the world of non-living elements like land, mountain, river, lake, hill, sand, rock, and mobile, pillow, plastics, etc. Now the next is domains of natural environment. I have told you and you have also learned in 6th class that domains of natural environment is the four domains. Those are the lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. At last the biosphere. Now first we will learn about the lithosphere. What is lithosphere? Lithosphere is the outermost solid. This is solid. Solid surface means the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. So let's say this is our earth. Let's say, okay. Let's say this is our earth. And we have three main layers. One is the crust, that is the most thinnest layer of the earth. Then the mantle, and inside is the core. Now this upper surface on which we live in, is known as lithosphere. This lithosphere is an irregular surface made of rocks, minerals, and covered by a thin layer of soil, as you know. Now, landforms of lithosphere are found over the continents and ocean floors also, because ocean floors also means ocean floors actually are the are the part of the lithosphere because they are the land. Now, hope you can see it. Okay. The lithosphere is the domain that provides forest, grassland for grazing, land for agriculture, and human settlement. So, how it gives us many things? The simple answer is that the lithosphere is the land which provides us the habitat we live, the forest and grassland for grazing, the land for agriculture, and agriculture produces crop that we eat, and the human settlements. It is also a source of mineral wealth. On the lithosphere, we can find as many valuable minerals like iron, coal, diamond, gold, aluminium, and etc. Now, mountains, plateaus, plains, and valleys, etc., are some of the examples of the landform of the lithosphere. Now, we will go to the hydrosphere. Now, hydrosphere is a domain of water that comprises various sources of water and water bodies like river, lakes, seas, oceans, and etc. So now hydrosphere, as you know, that it is the comprises of water. We have various water bodies also like river, lake, sea, ocean, ponds, swamp areas, etc. This domain is essential for all living organism for survival because we get water from this, and also aquatic animals live in this. So it is very essential for the organisms. Now let's go to the atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a blanket of air that surrounds the earth, which is firmly held by the gravitational force of the earth. What is atmosphere? We have learned that atmosphere is a blanket of air that surrounds the earth, and that is fine. And now the extra point is that it is firmly held by a gravitational force. If there is no gravitational force of the earth, then the atmosphere will be not existing, right? Now the second is that the atmosphere plays an essential role in the sustenance of life by protecting us from harmful rays and scorching heat of the sun. Now, atmosphere also plays an important role in protecting us because the atmosphere has a layer called ozone. Ozone protect us and filter the UV rays that come from the sun. Now, atmosphere also like basically consists of carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, dust, water vapor, smoke, etc. Now, the atmospheric changes influence the weather and climate on the earth. There are the changes in the atmosphere that are the cause of the changes in the weather and climate. Now we will learn the last and the fourth uh, domain of the earth, that is biosphere. So what is biosphere? Biosphere is a constituent by all living organisms, means plant and animal kingdoms together. Clear? Means biosphere comprises of all the living organism. Now it is also called the living world. Remember it, biosphere is also called the living world. Clear? Now it is a narrow zone of the earth. If earth of the earth where land, water, and air interact for supporting life. This is not this. The spelling is this is all. So it is a narrow zone of the earth where the land, water, and air interact for supporting of life because we all need all these three domains. Now we will learn about the ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Now the relation between the living organism as well as the relation between the organism and the surrounding from an ecosystem. Ecosystem is the surrounding around us. Like we all living organism have the relation between us, and we interact with our surroundings also, plants, air, and all our surrounding people also. That is form an ecosystem. Now ecosystem is a system which is formed by the physical and chemical interaction of living and non-living organism. Now we have two types of interaction, physical and chemical. We interact with others by physically and chemically also. Now with all the living and non-living both, now they are connected by the transfer of energy and materials. How is ecosystem and all these connected with each other by the energy and materials. Now ecosystem can be as huge as a large, like the rainforest, grassland, desert, ocean, mountain, small lake or pond, and etc. So for today, this much we have completed our part one. Thank you and have a nice day.